All right. Good afternoon. This is Pierre Leinweber, aka Coach Big Pete of Deep Dish Football, deepdishfootball.com. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. So, it's time now to get into the Southwestern Conference. Collinsville is gone. And by all terms, with this conference, there's one top dog in my mind. That's East St. Louis. They're stacked. Tyler Macon, Spaggins, Witherspoon. They're they're stacked. Johnson, one of the best players in the country. East St. Louis is stacked. They're ready for state titles here. Well coached team. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. Now, my two challengers are Edwardsville. Really like Edwardsville's defense. Very underrated defense. Good running game too as well. Good offensive line. Some good playmakers on a wide receiver spot. But Edwardsville, they're going to be one of the challengers. Second, Belleville West, McCloskey, the quarterback. Definitely a kid you want to keep an eye out for with Belleville West. Now, my surprise team that I feel is going to be a surprise team is O'Fallon. Ty Michael, class of 2021 quarterback. They did not have a good season last season. I think they're going to have a better season this season and under a new head coach. So keep an eye out for O'Fallon. Belleville East, it's going to be a tough year. But if they can get a string of some early wins, watch out. Kevon Gaines, player you got to keep an eye out for. Pretty good secondary, pretty good group of wide receivers in Belleville East. But it's going to be interesting. They got a nice little safety as well. Elton High School. I think I'm getting to hopefully get the name correct. Jones, their quarterback. He is something to watch. He's just absolutely fun to watch, and he's definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. A quarterback athlete type of player. He gets the job done. Great throws on the run. I could say actually one of the better quarterbacks that can throw on the run, because there's some quarterbacks that can't really throw on the run, especially not getting into that window, throwing an interception. But definitely the kid from Elton, the quarterback, is definitely a kid to keep an eye out for this season. But East St. Louis is stacked. And their first game, I think, Batavia, that's a game. That's a huge game that's going to tip the meter of Illinois power for the 2019 season. So, after that's done, let's get into some of the players, shall we? So, we have Edwardsville. Now, Edwardsville, their quarterback, he's going off to Notre Dame. Justin Johnson's their best running back, one of the top running backs in the nation that I consider. He's definitely going to be a key player for Edwardsville. Jacob Morrissey, linebacker. Eric Empanenza, Evan Ramirez. They got, I'm forgetting another name. They got another little tight end type of player. I'm forgetting. Cameron Kirkpatrick, also, he's a little bit of a defensive end, if I'm not mistaken. They look good. They got nice. Also, Ethan Young is one of the top defensive backs in the country, in the state. Definitely a player to keep an eye out for. Edwardsville is definitely a challenger, no doubt about it. It's going to be a very interesting season if they can control their first three games. That'd be perfect for Edwardsville. But they have a tough schedule, and that big game against East St. Louis is going to be huge. All right, so we're done with that. O'Fallon. I mentioned Ty Michael, Ian Wagner, one of the top punters in the country. Bonner, Ryan Ritchie, one of the top offensive linemen in the state. O'Fallon looks pretty good this year. That's why I have him as a surprise team, and I think Ty Michael, on his arm alone, can do some damage on a few secondaries. And the new coach, hopefully I get the last name Geddes. Hopefully I'm probably wrong. I do apologize, sir, and I will mispronounce names. Again, I do apologize. But O'Fallon, to me, looks good. Going to be there for the second game, deepest football game of the week between O'Fallon and Bradley Bourbon. It should be a very interesting game. Great pace setter for that O'Fallon team on week 2. But Ty Michael is definitely one of the top quarterbacks for the class of 2021 in the state of Illinois, no doubt about that. All right, So we get into Belleville East, Kevon Gaines, Johannes Flager, um, two players. We got your Bruce Harris, the DB, to keep an eye out for as well. They have an offensive lineman, a nice little defensive edge rusher as well at for Belleville East as well. Again, it's going to be basically a rhythm team. If they can compile 2 3 wins, you can keep an eye out for. But I think it's going to be tough with a tough schedule for Belleville East. So after that, we go into Elton, and their top linebacker is gone. Andrew Jones, Andrew Jones, Stewart, and Tyson. Also, I'm forgetting they got another linebacker as well. But their top linebacker, he graduated last year. I think it's going to be a little bit of a tough year. But again, Andrew Jones can take control of control of the game anytime he wants to. He is a scary high school quarterback, and I mean that he gives nightmares to defensive coordinators because defensive line's got to be patient, have to have to stay in their zone because if they don't stay in the zone, Jones has the power of throwing it or running for the touchdown, and that's scary about the Elton football for this season, for the 2019 season. All right. Now we get into Belleville West. Jake McCloskey, as I talked about. Kaylon Caraway, defensive, and hopefully I got that correct. No, that was wrong. I got that wrong. Sorry, I do apologize. Um, Alvin Gawley, offensive line to keep an eye out for it as well. It's going to be very interesting with Belleville West, but I really do like Jake McCloskey, like his arm, and I think he can get ahead with a few games. Um, Definitely Belleville West, Belleville East is a game I'm looking at. Um, I think it's going to say a lot for both rosters and the direction if they get into the playoffs. And like I said, I think 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 teams could get into the playoffs this year. I'll be shocked if they get into 4, but I'm going to say 3. But Jake McCloskey, very underrated quarterback, definitely a kid you've got to keep an eye out for as well. And we talk about East St. Louis. Now, I know I didn't put his name on there. They got a great transferring rush end from Missouri. He is an absolute beast. He's gonna kill it. They also got Appleton too, another player from Eltoff Catholic. He's gonna be unbelievable. But East St. Louis is stacked. They're a powerful team this year. And Coach Sunkett's going to do something special with that team, and I really do. That's one of my top bets, my big things that I really do think they're going to be in the IHSA finals, no doubt about it. Now, if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip via PayPal. I'll have the link on the bottom. Follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Good luck to everyone this season. No injuries, none of that stuff. Hoping for an entertaining season and all. Hopefully I get down to Southern Illinois for the deepest football game of the week. Thank you so much and have a lovely day.